Asia Wilson gets named Time Athlete of the Year, a WNBA player, a WNBA, in the same year that Shohei Ohtani pitches, doesn't he hit 40 plus home runs, maybe 50? I haven't even looked up at the exact numbers, but Shohei Ohtani just has one of the greatest seasons in the history of Major League Baseball, and some woman in a league that's still in its infancy, still has no relevancy, bad competition, gets named Athlete of the Year. This blows my mind. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, the infancy, hasn't this league been around since 97? Not exactly a toddler. It's begun to walk. It's gotten out of its diapers, if not out of its own way. But Jason, I am not a baseball fan. I cannot stand the Dodgers, but I have to be fair about this, living in LA. How many more people nationally do you think know, if they were walking down the streets, that old saying, if they're in Times Square, if Shohei was on one side of the walkway and Miss Wilson was on the other, how many more people would recognize Shohei compared to Miss Wilson? And the other thing is, how many more people do you think watched the World Series, not just the whole world, any game, 1 through 7, compared to any WNBA final? Gentlemen, I rest my case.
Guy hit 55 home runs, and this is mind-boggling to me. Scap?
I'm sorry, Steve. I have to go against you. I have to side with Jason on this one. Shohei Ohtani, in a sport which has been played for approximately, 150 years, is arguably like the best or in the top 3 tier of all-time players that we've seen in that span of time. I'm sorry, didn't in a postseason game, I think it might have been in the CS elimination game, didn't he have 10 strikeouts and hit 3 home runs in the same game? These are absolute iconic, all-time legendary performances. And can you tell me what is Aja Wilson? What exactly did she do this year? Can you tell me anything about it, Steve?
MVP.
No, and now that I think about it, I mean, there is an irony to Shohei getting beat out by an award from someone named Asia. So I guess there's no talk of cultural appropriation there. But yeah, look, Shohei's pretty good. He's pretty good. And I get it. I don't think baseball's a national pastime anymore. But seriously, you are right, Scap. What Shohei is doing is unprecedented. And even for a guy like me to admit that he might be better than the great Barry Lamar Bonds, when you lay out the case of him pitching and doing what he does, it's hard to argue against him. I do not disagree with that, Scap.
And Steve, real quick, I'm a big Barry Lamar fan myself. He's my favorite player of all time. He's the best player my eyes have ever seen, until I think Shohei.
Yeah, and so we're sitting here. A guy hits 55 home runs. I think his ERA was under 3 for the season. Did what he did in the postseason. Leads the Dodgers to the World Series title in a historic 7-game series. Ratings for that World Series, didn't it get over 30 million? I was like some crazy numbers. And I think the WNBA finals was drawing 2, 3, 4 million. I don't know. This is, and it's not just Shohei, and it is just Shohei, but it's not just Shohei. When I was thinking of like the legitimate candidates for athletes in 2025, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Myles Garrett, Matt Stafford, Scotty Scheffler won 2 majors. And will likely be the golfer of their year. What this bending over backwards and pandering to women and pandering to the WNBA. This is literally, and without Caitlin Clark, and they took a shot at Caitlin Clark in this story, but without Caitlin Clark, everybody knows no way in hell Asia Wilson sniffs this award. This is It's
This is like that weird woman, Cynthia Erivo, if she'd win like an Academy Award. But Jason, all I have to say about the WNBA and how no one cares about it, you even gave up on the league this year. Case closed.
Had no
Once
choice.
you stopped
Had no
caring, I said
choice.
it's over. It's over. I mean, I was relieved.
Look,
You know,
let me tell you what Asia Wilson and the WNBA's greatest accomplishment is. And I say this in all seriousness, and I want your reaction to it. Their greatest accomplishment has been destroying Caitlin Clark. That's like you took something that special that could have been a gift to give you. Caitlin Clark's an afterthought right now. They have diminished Caitlin Clark, the greatest gift they ever had. That's unprecedented. I don't know. Hey, let's start with shot number 4, where he basically, this is, LeBron James' right-hand man. He says the Lakers are not contenders. The Lakers that have Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves and LeBron James is their third option, they're not contenders. Let's play shot 4.
Enough to be contenders right now. Not right now.
When you say contenders, what do you mean?
I don't think they have enough to get to the Western Conference final. I don't think they have enough to get to really contend from that perspective.
So
right
OKC is in a class by themselves.
Very much
They
so.
won 1 million games last year. They won the title. They have one loss and 23-1 now? You can't
I
keep
stopped
up.
counting.
Right, so it's crazy.
They're good. They're really good.
And I always thought, even last year, it's like, wait, they're this good and they're going to get Chet Holmgren at a certain point? Like, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. And here they are, they're rolling. Now they're confident because they just won the championship. They're maturing. They're getting better. So, okay, put them aside for a second. You think the Lakers don't fit in with the rest of the pack? They got the second best record in the conference.
Yeah, but we've seen that before. That doesn't mean anything. I think when you look, we've seen it, right? We've seen when you have the talent up top that they have, those guys can win games.
LeBron
Right.
and Luka.
But also Austin's
And
played
Austin
very well
Reeves,
this
yeah,
year. He's
absolutely.
taken a step. But then things start to really, when you come to back half of the season, where guys are really, now they have their conditioning,
They're scouting you
get in the
different. They're
rhythm,
preparing
scouting
for you
different.
more. Yeah.
It's one thing. Then when you go into the playoffs, we seen last year, they ran into athleticism and length. They struggled. So when you look at it now, athleticism, length, shooting, speed, right? Because now, can the Lakers play fast? I don't think so. And style of play. You can't, that style of play is going to be very easy to guard.
Scap, I'm going to start with you. What's he doing here? LeBron's right-hand man is going into a detailed conversation about what the problems are with the Lakers, their style of play. It's all going to come off like, well, he must be representing LeBron's point of view. What's going on here?
Yeah, let's first of all, Jason, take a step back. That wasn't a podcast interview. That Game Over is his new podcast. He and Max Kellerman are going to do this podcast regularly. It's not bad enough that we have LeBron James on his Mind the Game podcast, whatever it is, weekly, that's changing narratives, creating propaganda. Now, his bestie and alleged agent. Look, I use the term alleged agent because I think we all know that he's just a puppet. LeBron James is running the Clutch show. He's the one that built Rich Paul and created Rich Paul. And now they're working together in this symbiotic relationship. What's he doing there for, Jason, in this podcast with Max Kellerman? He's already planting those seeds of excuses which have governed LeBron James's entire career. If he doesn't win, then obviously there must be some other reason other than LeBron James why that is. Who cares that he has a top 3 player in the NBA right now and the 8th leading scorer otherwise in Austin Reeves to go along with Luka Doncic? Who cares? If they don't win, it's because of some grander and bigger reason. I don't know if you guys remember, but one of the first Mind the Game pods that LeBron did, he was talking about the Miami super team and how Dwayne Wade, he and Chris Bosh in that first year just weren't enough. They didn't have enough roster fill out to be able to compete in that first year. So they were kind of excusing away that all-time epic choke job against the Dallas Mavericks. So again, this is just more of the same. It's an extension of that, just excuse making for LeBron James. And it's reaching unbelievable levels, quite frankly. Why LeBron James doing this while he's still playing and having his agent do a separate podcast to do it, it's mind boggling.